Austin.
Oh, no. Did you hear from Austin? Okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started. Paula, you ready? All right. Let's go ahead, and it is 6:31. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. And let's go ahead and get started with number 2 with roll call. Go ahead, Paula.
District 1, Alderwoman Ana Carrillo.
Present.
District 2, Alderman Richard Hughes.
Here.
District 3, Alderman David Emery.
I'm here.
District 4, Alderman Michael Rodriguez.
Here.
And District 5, Alderman Matthew Martinez is absent.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you can please stand for a Pledge of Allegiance. All right. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you so much. That's pretty cool. I could actually hear the kids from this morning. First day of school, so I was over at the primary, and it was pretty cool being to get them started. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into number 4, and this is Citizens to be Heard. This is the opportunity for citizens, visitors, and guests to address the City Council on any issue or any item on the agenda in compliance with LGC Section 551.007. City Council may not discuss any presented issue, nor may any action be taken on any issue at this time. Citizens to be heard are limited to 3 minutes each. Zach, did we have anybody? Nobody signed up. Okay, we did not have anybody sign up, but I'll still go ahead and ask. I know we do have some folks here with the action items, but do we have anybody that would like to go ahead and be heard? Going once, going twice. Okay, Paola, if you can go ahead and put down no comments for item number 4, citizens to be heard. Okay, council, let's go ahead and move on to consent of the agenda. Consider the approval of the minutes, and we'll go ahead and tackle July the 14th, 2025.
Mayor, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to approve the consent of all the agendas for July 14th, 2025, July 17th, 2025, and July the 28th, 2025.
Okay, so we're actually going to go ahead and take action on all 3 at the same time. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Got a second. Okay. Any discussion?
Yes, I mentioned to Paul a couple things. Do I need to mention in here? Or she's gonna
You already made the changes. You're good. Is there anything that is content-wise for the council that needs to know? Just little.
No, it's in the heading. Just here.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. So with that in mind, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All yeas. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and move on to item B, and this is a consideration approval for the payment of the bills.
Mayor, I'd like to start by making a motion to approve the payments of bills as presented.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a second? Okay, discussion on the bills? Any questions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, council. Appreciate that. All right, Zach, we got some checks to write out, huh? I know. It works out good. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to item number 6. This is a public hearing. Let's go ahead and show it's 6:35, opening up the PM, opening the public hearing. And this is A, conduct a public hearing concerning the revising the rates charged for municipal water and sewer services. So this is the opportunity for anybody in the audience that would like to say any comments, pass anything to the council to be heard on the revised rates for the municipal water and sewer services. Zach, did we have anybody signed up? Nope. Okay. I'll still ask. Going once. Going twice. All right. Paula, if you can go ahead and show, it's 6:36 p.m. No comments in the public hearing. Okay. All right. How are we doing, Austin? Good. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and move on to item number 7. This is the open session to take action on items discussed. And we'll just jump right into A, and this is consideration and possible action concerning request from Josie Campa regarding the utility bill adjustment for the property located at 19635 Bruce Street, Lot 20. Zach, did you want to lead off? Any conversation or anything on this?
Not necessarily, obviously, Ms. Pumpkin's here, so she can walk me through what happened over there on that, on her address that synopsis there. She was comments that with her, so. But I'll let Ms. Campa fill you in.
Okay.
So,
Josie, come on up.
Good evening, council.
Good evening.
I've had Paula give y'all a letter
Yes, ma'am.
requesting an adjustment to my bill. I've also attached a timeline. I've had leaks in the past. I've paid for those bills because there were things that went wrong. Like one time I had a safety valve on my water heater go out. Needless to say, because my water heater was a gas water heater, my gas and water were high, but it was my fault. I did not receive notice of this. Not the first time was when they read the meters and there was water in the meter box. The lady in the office told me there was a work order written, and the young man went and checked and said that the meter was on the customer side and that he advised the manager of the mobile home park. I called her and asked her why she hadn't notified me. She said she doesn't recall getting a call or somebody coming by and asking her or telling her about it. I asked the lady here at the office, why didn't the young man come up to my door and tell me, since I'm the one that's responsible for the bill? And she said she didn't know why. Anyway, on the 28th of June, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I got a call from a neighbor saying, do you realize you have a water leak? And I said, no, I don't. So I went outside and looked, and there was a leak, definitely a leak there. So I went back in. I called the city after several attempts of trying to get somebody. I ended up calling Wayne Newman to say, hey, I can't get a hold of anybody. And so he said, let me try. So he called me back and said he couldn't get the same people I tried. He couldn't get them either, but that he had called Chief Priest. And Chief Priest said he would get Public Works to come by. So about 30 minutes later, Public Works came by. In the meanwhile, I'm calling people, seeing if I can get somebody to fix the leak if it's on my side. So the young man comes up, goes back there and checks it, then comes to my door and says, I checked it. The leak is on our side, so you don't have to worry about it. And I said, okay. And he said, I don't know when we're going to get to it, because we've got 3 leaks ahead of yours that we're working on that we have to get fixed. And we have to order parts. He told me it was a cutoff that was bad. And I said, okay. Didn't think much about it, but then Sunday evening, the leak is on the city side. It's not going through the meter. I'm not going to be responsible for that bill. So on Sunday evening, my neighbor sends me video about how much worse the leak had gotten. So I got concerned, and I worried about it. So I figured first thing Monday morning, I'm going to call the city, and I'm going to make sure there's a work order written because I don't want it to get any worse. And talked to Liza and asked her some questions, and that's when she told me about the work order and, the meter box having water when they read the meter. So about half an hour after that, Austin called me and said that they were going to order the part and they would get to it as soon as they got the part. But he didn't know exactly when it would be because they were having difficulty getting parts. And I said, okay. So Monday evening, when I got back from my dad's, I went to see if it had gotten any worse. And it was flooded back there. And I was afraid it was going to reach the foundation of my home, ruin that. So I called Austin at that time. And it just so happened they were out working a water meter leak at that time. And I told him how bad it was and that it really needed some attention, that it was pretty close to getting to the foundation on my home. So he then handed me over to the administrator who happened to be there at the site. And I talked with him, and he said that the part was ordered as soon as they got the parts. And he said, we are having trouble getting parts. And I told him, if you let me know, I'll get the part. And because it really needed attention. I was really afraid of what it was going to do to my foundation. Well, the next morning, I woke up to the sound of men working on the water meter. Yay! And I get a call from Austin saying that they've got Juan digging it up and that they'd get back to me. Well, I missed a phone call from Pete around 10:30, but I called him as soon as I noticed. And he said, the leak is on your side. And I said, that's not what I was told. Had the leak been on my side, I would have had it fixed Saturday afternoon because I had somebody lined up already. And so anyway, he said the water's off. And I said, I will have somebody here as soon as I can get them here. So in the meanwhile, I called the guy, and he said he'd be there as soon as he got off work. And he did. By 4:30, the leak was fixed. I did notify the office of what had happened, and I knew the consumption because he also took a picture of the reading. And I contacted the office when I paid my bill that month. That was right after the 1st of July. And I said, I don't think I should be held accountable for something that leaked because the city said it was on their side. And she didn't say anything. She just, listened. So anyway, needless to say, I got my bill, almost $330 worth of water. And I just don't feel that I should be held accountable. If I'd have been told from the get-go, from when they read the meters, it had never gotten to where it got. And even if I'd have been told that Saturday that it was on my side, I had somebody lined up to fix it. Because, water's precious right now. I know we're supposed to be conserving and all that. I just wouldn't have let it go to that. And I don't think it's my fault that it leaked like that because, well, we all know is if you let a water leak go, it's going to get bigger and bigger. And it did. By Sunday evening, it was awful. And by Monday, it was flooded back there. So, but anyway, $330 when I usually pay the minimum for water. So I would like council's consideration on that because I don't feel I should be held accountable for something that's not my fault because I was not notified.
So the initial contact was the June the 28th on a Saturday.
Right. My
And
neighbor
then-
called me at 2 and then I called the city.
And then on July the 1st is when they notified you that it was on
That
your
was a
side.
Monday morning,
Okay, I have two issues with this. One is that
Tuesday morning.
do we not document the meter readings when you go out and do a check or an inspection? We do not document the meter reading at that time. We don't. Right.
We should put it, there's a leak, we should put water in meter box.
Okay, so obviously it would have been beneficial here if we would have documented on Saturday what that meter reading was, and then on Tuesday what the meter reading was. So at least that way we could have a leak flow rate, and could do some kind of calculation.
Right. To see how much had gone through there after they told me.
And then you're stating that the fix was done on that day, on that Tuesday.
On that Tuesday by 4:30 it was fixed.
Mayor, I want to make a motion. I was looking at this, and my motion is to charge the resident 1.5 times. So that would be the normal rate of $82.70 and half that, which would be a total of $124.05. And that's simply because the city cannot produce a reasonable amount of water that would have been taken care of if the owner would have been notified on that first day. And like I said, if we would have got a reading pre and then a reading post, we could at least got a flow rate, maybe a little bit better calculation. But I think in this case, since we can show that the city initially took blame for it, right? And then we turn around and we give it to the owner. I don't think that's fair to do. So my proposal was to do 1.5 times the normal rate.
The normal
which would
rate,
be- So it was your normal bill is 82.70.
well, not for water.
That's what's. in
The water is
documentation.
minimum.
That's the total.
That's a total of the bill.
So I can find out.
So what we do in our calculation for the water
Okay,
is,
I may have that here.
what we do in our calculation for when we do the adjustments, it's based on water or based on utility?
I think it's based on water. When I access the-
Okay, so what my
If that's the
proposal is.
suggestion, then we would go off the water.
Yeah,
because
the
when you
bill
look
is
at the
usually
documentation,
87.
It says that the normal average rate was 82.70.
That's
so-
for the entire bill.
Okay, so what my proposal is, and my motion is that we take your average water bill and multiply it by 1.5, and that's what you will be due, or that's what you'll be responsible to pay.
I don't have a problem with that because there was some,
Yeah, there's some misunderstanding there, and I would like. I
well,
know- I
people
know
make
this is not the place
mistakes.
to
I
say it,
mean,
but I would like for, at least maybe when we do inspections, to document the meter readings at the time. It may be helpful in the future.
Okay, so I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a
I'll
second?
second.
Got a second. Okay, any further discussion?
I could just check, I think they'll, ordinance and general fund meter. It doesn't go up to half, right? It's a 50%.
Right.
Yeah.
So as long as it's not that.
Yeah, I think,
even if it's not my fault.
And that's why I'm taking the average
Right.
of your
Well,
water
I
bill.
appreciate that. And I don't have a problem with paying 1.5 times my,
Yeah, because if you look at it, all the water was because of a leak on your property, on your side. However, what was unfair or unreasonable was
Not me.
your notification,
yeah,
right?
right, exactly.
So we're
Yeah.
trying to work with you and.
Yeah,
see if
and
we
I
can-
appreciate that. And I don't have a problem with your motion.
Okay,
I
thank you.
and
appreciate
Zach,
that very
that,
much.
that should keep us within the ordinance that we have, right? That we came up with? Okay. Okay. All right, any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right,
Thank y'all
there
very
you go.
much.
welcome.
Josie, if you can please work with Zach, and so we can go ahead and take care of that.
Did you get that?
We'll get you those figures.
Call you tomorrow?
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, council, let's go ahead and move on to B, consideration and possible action concerning requests from Peter Hudson on behalf of Mrs. Uribe regarding a utility bill adjustment for property located at 1440 FM 2790 East.
I'm not sure if Mr. Hudson was here. We had some back and forth, and I know they were going to be struggling to make any of our meetings, so I'm happy to handle it. But they gave a pretty good synopsis of what happened at their property and kind of a day-by-day account of everything. I'm happy to obviously fill in any gaps.
Can you
For
just do
council.
a real quick summary for the council so they kind of have an idea?
Yeah, so basically in late May, early June, a leak was noticed on the property at off of 2790 at 1440 2790. And they were kind of originally unaware of the leak, obviously. It had rained around that time, so everything was pretty wet. We had this similar situation on a previous one that we had in front of us, but they were able to find that they had a leak because the bill obviously had come in, and so they had contacted some plumbers to come out to address the leak, but unfortunately they were told that by that company in particular that they were going to go with that, hey, they really needed it to dry up before they could get out there. They didn't want to get stuck, and it was that saturated out there. So ultimately, once it was dry enough, they were able to get out there. That company was able to make the repair on that. So similar to this, and I'm happy to go back and do the numbers if council wants to also give a relief on this particular one, but that average amount that's in the data sheet would be for the full utility bill. So we would look at that obviously and make sure it's just water that we're applying the relief to. So,
Mayor. So, well, I just want to make it clear that our calculation is based on water usage
correct,
only.
correct. It is.
Okay.
It is.
We have that.
And that was my bad for listing the whole utility bill in there. So
I just see utility.
So-
I'd like to make a motion.
So just for clarification on there, well, actually, no, let's go ahead and, you have a motion. Let's go ahead and take the motion and we go into discussion.
I'd like to make a motion to adjust the bill at 50% reduction. That's all I need to say.
Okay.
And then add the nominal,
yeah, whatever the actual usage is required per the ordinance.
so that needs, because that's part of the calculation.
It would be
So it's half.
50% of what the bill was.
And then
Plus their
Plus-
usual.
one
Plus
more.
the usual average, right?
Correct.
Plus the average.
Plus the average.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're gonna amend that?
So I'll amend that. Plus
Okay.
the average, right?
Okay, can I go ahead and have a second?
I'll second his motion.
Okay, perfect. Council, everybody understands what we're doing? We're just basically following the ordinance of what we're doing, do the
Yes.
50%, and then we're just gonna go ahead and do the average that goes along with that. Okay, so Zach, you'll actually, you'll just go ahead and work on the numbers?
Yeah, I'll
and
go
be able to
back
do
and look
that.
at the number, pull the bill in question, and come up with what the actual water amount was, and on each of those average as well, so we'll know the average. So
Perfect. Okay, with that in mind, any further discussion? Anything at all? Yes,
David
Emery.
Emery.
I second it.
okay. Any other further discussion on this? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, appreciate it. All yeas, and let's go ahead and work on that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let me move this down. Let's go ahead and move on to item C, consideration and possible action concerning an application for variance for the property located at 19126 North Perry Street from section 36-107, traffic requirements of chapter 36, subdivision and plats to allow for the development of the property to occur without the submission of a traffic impact analysis. Zach, and I
I'll
think
just-
we got Dr. BT here too.
Yeah, I'll just start us off real quick. So obviously, PBK on behalf of Lido ISD, and Lido ISD is here to represent themselves. But the engineering firm had submitted an application for a variance to the TIA. I had received an email, I guess about a month ago, from Dr. B, and indicating, hey, he'd really like to look at this and see if there was anything we can do. PBK did provide a letter of kind of why, at least in their eyes, the justification for foregoing the TIA requirement. If you recall, a couple years ago, we adopted in the Chapter 36, our subdivision ordinance, the requirement for development to do this traffic impact analysis. And so under that scenario, they were required to do that for the work that they're doing over at the primary school. Yeah, so they're looking for relief from that. So I'll let Dr. B add anything if you want.
Which property is this?
The primary,
The primary.
where they're doing the construction.
Okay, so the original primary had a study done, a traffic analysis? No? Okay, because I was wondering if the original had it and there was enough room in there to allow for additional traffic and additional.
Just because the TIA requirement probably came, what, 2022?
Yeah, that was something back when I was in office we adopted because of the new growth coming,
Right,
and it was the city's way of having the people doing the construction mitigate the traffic that their construction was going to bring. If not, then it becomes 100% the responsibility of the city later.
correct.
So that's why we did it and then pushed forward on all developers.
So Austin, can the city council allow a variance of this type?
Yes, I'll have the ordinance we adopted in 2022. Says, variance. So it should be an issue, it's really up to y'all.
Yeah. Let's give Dr. B an opportunity to go ahead and say a few words. So we can
All
go
right.
ahead and do that.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for allowing me to speak to mayor and city council members. In 2024, the Lytle voters approved a bond to add 16 new classrooms along with a gym and a new parking area at our primary campus. This project addresses a capacity challenge at both our primary and elementary campuses, which are just one block apart in a long-established neighborhood with very limited room for new development. Normally, a project this size would trigger a traffic impact analysis, or TIA, and I fully understand the value of that tool when we're looking at a brand new subdivision, a shopping center, or another project that would bring in significant new traffic. But this project is fundamentally different. The project does not add new families to the district or introduce new trip generators. We are simply rebalancing enrollment, moving about 100 second graders from the elementary campus to the primary campus. Many of these students already have siblings at the primary, so the drop-off routines and pickup routines are already established. The same families, the same vehicles, the same number of daily trips will still occur in our area, just distributed slightly differently between the two campuses separated by a single block. Because of that, a TIA would not produce data that meaningfully informs traffic planning for the city. It would simply document a very minor redistribution of traffic within an existing school zone, not a net traffic increase in traffic volume or change in peak travel times. While we all know that enrollment is gradually increasing across the district, and that growth will bring more traffic to Lytle as a whole, that is a citywide trend outside the scope of this specific project. The TIA process for this project would not solve or capture these broader long-term trends, but it would cost us a significant amount of time and lots of money, as a TIA could range between $18,000 and $35,000 for the district. Requiring a TIA for this project would be an unnecessary expense, diverting taxpayer-approved bond dollars away from classrooms, the gym, and the parking improvements that our community voted for. It would also create delays that could hamper our ability to open these facilities in time for the start of next school year. So for these reasons, I respectfully request your approval of the variance to waive the TIA requirement so we can keep this project on track and continue to be good stewards of the resources our community has entrusted to us. Thank you.
I just
Happy
want
to answer
to
any questions.
add on this. So and Matt helped us out with coming up with a TIA and coming up with some sort of analysis. But one of the ways that we were using this is a way to be able to manage and say, okay, if we're going to do this, it's a new development, and we're going to establish something. What are we going to ask the developer to actually do around that area to be able to get the roads done and get all the things that need to be done? As if you can picture yourself inside the primary, we're already limited on what it has. There's nothing that the school is going to be able to go in there and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and extend and do this and do that to try to make it work better than it is based on the limitations. So it's a great tool. I think we need to have it so we can have those conversations in situations where we have different movement and we have a lot more that is coming in, like a subdivision or a major business that is coming in. But in this situation is based on where the property is at, and we're kind of limited. They are getting very creative on what they're actually doing, and I think it's going to be great once it's all established, because right now in the construction portion of the back end, they're going to have a loop where the buses are going to be. Is that correct?
Correct.
So the buses are actually going to be placed on that loop, which opens up a different area over here on this side. Today, just like any day and any other ones, we're extremely busy just because we had a lot of folks the first day. I saw all the folks. Actually, we had cars, Richie, we had cars parked everywhere over there as people were dropping their kids and taking care of the paperwork that needed to be done to actually get started on the first day. But just want to counsel to kind of keep that in the back of your mind of what we're actually doing in that area. For consideration. But Dr. B, open it up for questions, so I'll turn it back.
Can I ask the overall cost of the project?
The overall bond project is right at $20.5 million. The primary addition is the most significant chunk of that, around $13 million.
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing redistribution. I keep hearing changing of traffic. To me, I'm going to have to deny this. My motion is to deny the application for variance on this property. Require the study, the impact study.
Okay, so I have a motion on the floor for us to go ahead and deny the variance. Okay, do I have a second? Do I have a second? Okay, motion doesn't carry forward.
No, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay,
I move that we do approve the variance as stated in the agenda item to leave schools in the need to have the traffic impact analysis.
okay, got a second? Do I have a second? Okay, any further discussion?
Can I put my 2 cents in since I deal with this a lot?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Here's the deal. There's nothing, oh, I'm sorry. I don't think there's anything, the traffic analysis, I mean, it'd be nice to have one, but the reality is, from my understanding of the ordinance, there's no way you're gonna be able to mitigate it anyway, unless you build a stairway to heaven and put a parking lot up there. There's just no room for them to mitigate it. They can't put turn lanes in. They can't, I mean, I don't think there's anything they can do. So while I agree, we probably would be nice to have one, I don't think in this purpose, it's going to come up with anything we can actually use. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's my, and again. And I was up there this morning. Would have been a good day to call in sick, but I didn't.
Okay, any further discussion?
Yeah, I'd just like to state that because it is part of our ordinance, we need to stick to it. And I realize that there may not come anything of this, but however, we need to realize that we're up here for the citizens and our citizens require, if we have it as an ordinance, we should always have that as a requirement. If it doesn't come up with anything, that's fine, but at least we have that documentation. And that's where I was at on that.
Roger that. Okay, any other further discussion?
Yeah, just to speak to what Michael just said. Out my front door is where all the construction's going on, so our view is gone now. It's all that black fencing. There are 2 streets, and nothing's going to change over there. So I agree with the superintendent that this is a waste of money to try to do this. They'll move traffic as they have to. We don't have rush hour here. We have a few rush minutes here, and then it's done as soon as the kids get in the car. Not that many people live in that area, just 3 houses, 4 houses, 5 houses maybe on our side of the primary school, and then the football field, and then the elementary school. So there's not a lot of houses in that.
Yeah.
So I'm all into the
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, yeas. 1 nay. Okay, appreciate that, council. So Zach, if you can just make sure we get that taken care of, we get things lined up. Make sure the documentation reflects that based on the package. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to D, consideration and possible action concerning requests from Lido Independent School District regarding stormwater utility fund charges for Lido ISD properties.
All right, so as we've talked about before with the stormwater utility when we were creating it, the ISD is one of those kind of discretionary businesses or use types that allows council to give, if they so choose to, a different kind of calculation for their stormwater utility. When we adopted the stormwater utility originally, we gave a reprieve until July for the school district. And so at that time, Dr. B, I believe it was, came and actually spoke about maybe possibly phasing that in. And I think that was something that council was possibly amenable to and asked to look to maybe come back. And so in speaking with Dr. B, we wanted to place this on the agenda for y'all. They're looking for a 50% reduction, or at least a 50% reduction for this year, basically from July to July, and then we could have them come back if they're looking for something beyond that. But that's what the request is for you this evening. So,
Okay. Dr. B, come on up, sir.
Promise, I don't want to just keep coming to you asking about many things. This is not what they pay me for. But good evening again. I want to begin first by thanking you for your support for our schools and for the thoughtful work that you provide as our city continues to grow. We are proud to serve a community that values both strong public schools and well-planned, well-maintained city infrastructure. So last year, you granted Lytle ISD a 1-year, 100% exemption from the new stormwater drainage utility fee. That temporary relief allowed us to study the long-term impact of the fee on our budget while continuing to meet the needs of our students. And we are very grateful for that decision that saved us tens of thousands of dollars. This year, we come to you under different circumstances, but still challenging. The Texas legislature provided significant increases in funding for Texas public schools during the last legislative session. However, nearly all of that additional funding was earmarked for very specific purposes, such as providing teacher pay raises and campus safety measures, leaving us with very limited funds in our budget to cover our wide-ranging operational costs, from purchasing food and fuel to our ever-increasing utility costs and potential new expenditures like the proposed stormwater fee. At the same time, our 2024 voter-approved bond project, which includes new classrooms and facilities for our growing student population, is now significantly over budget. I'm looking at our architect back there, due to challenging market conditions, including recent tariffs and ongoing supply chain issues. These pressures make it even more difficult for us to absorb additional new costs. All that said, we fully understand and support the city's infrastructure goals, and we want to be good partners in helping you achieve your goals while paying our fair share into this new fund. So tonight, we are requesting a 50% reduced rate structure with regard to the stormwater drainage fee. And this request is rooted in a few key considerations that I want to make clear. First, the scale of the impact. Lytle ISD maintains more square footage of buildings than any other single property owner in the city. That scale means that even a modest per square foot fee results in a very large total cost to the district. Second, of course, we have a nonprofit mission. As a taxpayer-funded public school system, every dollar we pay towards operational fees is a dollar that cannot be spent directly on student learning, educational programs, or maintaining safe and effective facilities. And finally, there's a shared benefit. Our schools are a critical asset to the entire city, serving not just our students, but also in hosting community events, athletic competitions, and public gatherings that benefit residents of all ages. So we believe this 50% exemption request strikes a fair balance, allowing us to contribute to the city's infrastructure improvements while also safeguarding the resources our taxpayers have entrusted to us for the education of our children. So on behalf of our board, students, and staff, I thank you for your consideration for your continued partnership with our district. Together, we can ensure that both our city and our schools continue to thrive. Happy to answer any questions.
With that, I just want to add, there's another item that we came up with an agreement, and I'll say Matt also has been part of that. Captain Deere is, we're working on the emergency management plan and some of the annexes that goes along with that, and the school district has agreed to be a partner with that. So in case we have to relocate individuals inside the city, they will be able to help us out with bus transportation to be able to do that. So we appreciate the support that goes along with that too. I just wanted to make sure, since he was covering some of those things. So there is a partnership that we actually do that. We've had events that they've hosted over there too, and that helped out with different projects and different things that have happened here in the local area too. So I'll just put it up. Council, any discussion or anything?
So Mayor, it was my original motion, and it was for cover a 6-month period, which was from January through July 1st. What was the $7 base fee? Because that was added to the motion. The $7 base fee was to be occurred, right? To be included in it, not exempt.
No, because the $7 was for residential across the board.
Right.
Yeah. So and then non-residential in the ordinance, non-residential had a specific rate calculation, and then Lytle ISD was completely exempt until that July, from January to July, is how the ordinance was written.
Because my notes indicate that David Emery made the motion to include a $7 base charge.
I think that was across, because we were making the ordinance in totality. right? It was and then we just had Lido ISD pulled out specifically that night when we were creating the whole ordinance. So that $7 is what was applied across the board as the original rate.
And
At least
they
that's
were responsible for that during that 6-month period?
No, they would
No?
not be.
So
They were
it's
completely exempt out of that.
So then the request would be to also exclude it again?
Well, no,
In
they would
addition
just
to the
be,
50%?
now it's just 50%. So it's
The 7 was for residential only.
Right.
So basically, what David was mentioning, we were adopting different things, and one of the things is how much we were going to charge the residents.
Right.
That's where the $7 came
Yeah.
in. And then the other ones with independent, and if I remember, and I don't want to, it's either that meeting or another meeting that we talked about churches.
Yeah, so it was
right?
the same meeting. Yeah. So
Yeah.
churches have a slightly different, like a 50% already off of the rate across the board. And then the school was exempt for the 6 months, and then they were, planning to come back. What it comes down to is that $7 basically still gets applied to their amount of ERUs under this scenario.
Right.
So now what they're asking for is just only to have to pay 50% of what they would normally have to pay. So it equates, if I did some rough estimates today, it equates to about 40,000 that they would still be on the hook for this year, whereas they weren't paying anything prior. So
Mayor, I'd like to go ahead and make that motion to approve the 50% reduction for the ISD.
For the total stormwater utility fund.
Yes, for the coming year.
Thank you. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Oh, Anna.
And I got
Okay.
it.
Anna got it. Okay. Any further discussion?
Just to note again, because of the construction going on out my front window, I noticed you already poured the cement behind it, primary school for parking. So that's in place, and that's new impermeable area. And then the back parking lot of primary is also going to be paved when they're done building the building, right? So that is an increase in the cement area that doesn't absorb water.
And of course, the 16 classroom addition would also add impervious cover
Right.
to the building. So I would imagine that y'all would recalculate the fee that we're owed, and we would pay an increased fee
Sure.
once that project is
Yeah.
completed.
I think the 50% reduction is a pretty good deal. Sure, as soon as I buy it.
That's funny. All right. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All yeas. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're good. Hey, congrats on a great first day. Kudos all the way around. So it's all good. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Okay, council, let's go ahead and keep going. We're doing really good on time. E, consideration and possible action concerning proposing a tax rate of 0.446640.05. Let me repeat that again. 0.446405 per 100 validation for the fiscal year beginning October the 1st, 2025 and ending September 30th, 2026. Zach.
all right, so mayor and council, again, this is just the proposing of the tax rate. There will be public hearings and obviously action items when we get closer to budget adoption or the night of budget adoption. But we do have to go ahead and propose, just as in previous years, a tax rate. The tax rate that is listed is slightly under the voter approval tax rate, which is the tax rate that obviously, if you exceed, you do have to hold an election for, but it is over the no new revenue rate. So, and this is based on our conversations at the last budget meeting. We can always go down from what we're proposing, but we wanted to make sure we kind of capping out as much as possible on the top end, so that way we don't get screwed on the back end of trying to later on go higher. So I will say some of the numbers that are on the data sheet that was provided with the no new revenue rate and the VAR, some of that has slightly changed after Yvonne and I met with Samco today. There was some miscalculations, which I had told you there very well could be in some of that, but we still feel comfortable with this being the higher number. And if we need to come off of that a little bit, we can. So I will say this does need to be a record vote for purposes of tax law.
And council, just so you know, the terminology, if you're not used to it, it kind of throws you off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Just saying the voter approval rate. So it's not like you have to put it out for a vote, just so you know. It's
Only
based
if
on
you
the,
exceed that.
only
voter
if you exceed it.
Correct.
Yeah, so we're basically the ceiling, right? That's what
Yes.
we're defining. And as we go through the process of the budget, then we'll make a determination if we need to go there or maybe we can adjust.
Yes, sir.
Even with the 44, Zach, we are
10, 15, sometimes 20 cents, probably lower than the
all the surrounding communities.
surrounding communities. And some
So-
are even higher than that. So.
Yeah, so we're doing good. But today we need to do this. Like Zach said, and we'll need to go through each one individually to go ahead and do that as a record vote. But first of all, we need a motion for us to go ahead
I'll
and do
make
this.
that motion, Mayor,
Okay.
that we approve the tax rate of
The proposed.
approve the proposed tax rate of 0.446405 per hundred valuation for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2025 and ending September 30th, 2026.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Got a second? Okay. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in,
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh, go
real quickly. So
Yes.
once again, what comes in the future?
So after this, once we determine the budget the way we want it, then at the there'll be actually a public hearing and action item to adopt the tax rate in its totality at the time we adopt the budget.
So if anybody has any comments or
Correct.
suggestions or would like.
Yeah, and the public hearings will have to legally be posted in the newspaper and all that. So all that'll be out there.
Thank you.
anything else?
So we need to call the vote.
Yes, but I just want to make sure. Any further discussion?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start on this side. So Paola, if you can just go ahead and call their name and we go ahead and do
Ana Carrillo? Yes.
Yay or nay?
yay.
Yay, I'm sorry. Patrick Hughes?
Yay.
David Emery?
Yay.
Michael Rodriguez?
Yay.
And Matthew Martinez.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, with that, motion carries forward. Thank you so much, Council. I appreciate that. Let me write down a few notes.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the work on that, Zach. I know you guys have been going really hard to get those numbers. I know it's going to make it a lot easier in the next few weeks as we continue with that.
They threw us for a loop today, but we got it all figured out. So.
Appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to F, consideration and possible action concerning ordinance number 25-13, an ordinance of the City Council, City of Lytle, Texas, revising the rates charged for municipal water and sewer services, revising other fees and procedures to more effectively charge for services provided to residents and those outside the city limits, providing a repealer cause and an effective date. Zach?
All right, so Mayor and Council, we held the public hearing earlier in the the meeting. Per ordinance, the city is required to provide for that public hearing at least 30 days prior to the implementation of the utility rates, and then we'll need to post the rates in the newspaper. And there's some additional requirements under state law that for those that are outside of the city limits but still in our service territory. So we'll make sure to obviously communicate that if it is the desire of council to board on these rates. Just to kind of, we've talked about this a couple times, even at the most recent budget meeting last week, but just wanted to kind of run through a little bit. So we have some of the changes, obviously an initial setup fee, which probably didn't have to be added, but it's underwater. So we're putting that on there just so it's clear on that. And then we, based on the water and wastewater study that was completed, the suggestions that came out of that was to amend and have varying base rates based on meter size, a meter equivalency rate. And so you'll see those broken down now, either by residential or small business, and what that rate is, or on the commercial side for the base rate. The volumetric calculation, like the tiers, didn't change, other than obviously their rate would be paying the base rate plus the volumetric rate based on the gallons used. So that's the only change on those. On the sewer side of the house, the only change is going up on the rates, the base rate being, or the base being $20, going up 10% to $22. So that was the suggestion by the rate study. So those are the changes as proposed. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Here, I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance number 25-13, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Lidle, Texas, revising the rates change for municipal water and sewer services, revising other fees and procedures to more effectively charge for services provided to residents and those outside the city limits, providing a repeater clause and an effective date today of August the 11th, 2025.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a second. Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, all yeas, motion carries forward. Thank you. All right, doing really good, council. Let's go ahead and move on to G, consideration and possible action concerning ordinance number 2514, an ordinance of the City Council of City of Lidle, Texas, deleting Chapter 6, Animals of the Code of Ordinances on its entirety and adopting a new Chapter 6, Animals in its place, providing for incorporation of preamble, providing a penalty of an amount not to exceed $2,000 for each day of violation of any provision hereof, and providing a repealer clause, a severity clause, and an effective date.
Sorry, Council.
You're good.
All right, so in reviewing our animal control and animal ordinances, really just wanted to kind of eliminate some gray area that existed. And I think there, in speaking with the mayor, I think there were prior councils that I know that he was a part of that had already kind of talked about this, but then it never went anywhere with making changes. But the big impetus behind the change is eliminating that kind of gray of that on public streets and within right of ways and things like that and parks, that any animal would need to be actually on a leash, whereas the ordinance as it currently is written does kind of allow basically mind control the animal to control the animal. So it allows them to be able to say they're under their my possession and I can control them basically without any actual physical harness or anything like that. So really the big part is just eliminating that. Again, this is only on public areas, alleys, streets, right-of-ways. On your property is a completely different story, but just trying to eliminate that vagueness within the ordinance. While I was in there, just cleaning up just some general language and making sure that we're in compliance with state law. So while we were making the changes, might as well do that. So it hadn't been touched in quite a while. So
There were some changes in state law to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But today's big one is just for us to be able to, and council, just so you know, is we went through everything. For some reason, you go through a period where it just pops up. And it was over a period of a couple of weeks we were getting from different places inside the city where people were a little bit concerned about how we were taking care of our pets. And one of the things is the leash and being able to have some sort of control. And so we researched it, just like Zach said, and realized that it kind of didn't go where it was supposed to go years ago. So now all we're doing is we're going to go ahead and take care of it with the help of Austin and make sure that we actually get it in there based on what would be appropriate to take care of our residents and our pets too. So
Zach, if this passes tonight, are we going to notify the citizens in some manner? I mean, are we going to post it in the newspaper?
So we are required to post in the newspaper because it comes with a fine attached to it. So that is a requirement. So we'll do that. And we'll probably, I'll work with Chief to put out
As I
some
said, Chief's
stuff on,
looking at this letter,
on his blurbs and things like that. And just make sure we're communicative about it.
Just, yeah, I didn't drive.
Yeah.
I didn't drive, so. I just don't review it. I had not.
well, we'll have a chance because we got to modify different things, right?
I'll be glad to, yeah. we
Yeah.
gotta take a crack
Yeah. But what we want to make sure is that we get in front of the council for us to be able to, with the leash, that's the main thing, so we can go ahead and take the next step.
So do we need a motion on this?
Yes.
Okay, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance 25-14, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Lidle, Texas, deleting Chapter 6, Animals of the Code of Ordinances in its entirety and adopting new Chapter 6, Animals in its place, providing for incorporation of preamble, providing for a penalty of an animal not to exceed $2,000 for each day of violation of any provision herefore, and providing a repeater clause, a severity clause, an effective date today of August the 11th, 2025.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion.
I don't recommend adopting this as is, just for the sole reason, the livestock portion alone. I'm scanning through this, but the livestock portion alone, I think, if we change the agriculture code, the last legislative session, and it includes procedures we have to follow on the livestock portion. Do y'all want to proceed with the remainder of it?
Can you amend that, your motion in the sense of with the lifestyle code based on a discussion with Austin?
To exclude,
That's what
For
you're
now.
asking for,
For
right?
now.
it mentions the animal.
Yeah, for now.
Just the livestock.
Just the livestock section.
So I'd like to amend the motion to exclude the animal livestock.
Yes. Is that good, Austin?
I mean, I have not reviewed the rest of this.
But we'll get it to you.
Well, This ordinance and this motion is only to take out the old chapter 6 and put in a new chapter 6.
That's
So
correct.
we would not need an amendment if you're gonna go back in and go over the whole thing with Austin and come back to us with new possible changes to the ordinance, right? Because as it's stated right now, all we're changing is chapter 6.
So
The
What-
livestock
one-
section is literally the same as it exists today.
Nothing's changing.
Nothing is changing in the livestock section.
It's already been nullified by state law. It's not-
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we're saying, just go ahead and delete that. So you're amending the motion to go ahead and delete the livestock.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay, and I'll second the
Okay,
amendment.
second on that one. Okay? All right, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at it, and if for some reason we need to bring it back to the council, let's bring it back to the council, okay? But we'll go ahead and proceed with that, the main thing. All right, let's go ahead and move on to H, and this is consideration and possible action concerning realignment and changes to various boards and commissions for the city of Lidle. I think, Zach, we were concentrating on,
Yeah, primarily the Planning and Zoning Commission, and then I think for the most part, the Manufactured Home Commission is correct, but it's more just aligning them to their actual district from who originally appointed them or which district originally appointed them. We still have an empty space on Manufactured Home, but it would just be, again, realigning those individuals to their actual district that they belong to.
do we
Um,
cover all of them, basically, except for which one on the
In
manufactured home?
Manufactured Home, we have all the districts covered except for 5.
5,
Yeah.
okay, and
Which would be
Alderman
Councilman
Martinez, so we need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you realigned them so everybody is,
Correct. Yeah, it
Okay.
shows that on the sheet that was provided there. As far as the Planning and Zoning Commission, we have a couple that need to be realigned. We did notice that there's 3 individuals that are currently listed as belonging to District 2, and so basically realigning Tammy McDonald to District 2 as she is the newest member of the board, and then
It's
go ahead
not-
and go ahead.
so let's just make sure. So District 1 is going to be Alex, right?
Correct.
And District 2 is going to be Emmy.
Correct.
District 3,
If I have a name, if you need a name,
yes,
Yeah,
please.
okay. You ready to copy? Becky Rector, Rector. She lives at 15811 White Cap Drive out at Lakeshore. And I talked with her and she's willing to assume that position.
And then we have District 4.
Yes, I also have a new appointee.
Okay.
That'll be Patrick Garcia, 19930 Lonesome Dove, Lido, Texas.
Okay. So that'll take care of 4. And then District 5 is actually, I think on the sheet it might be.
It's Mr. Zamzow.
Sam South.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's just realigning him to District 5.
So he's going to be District 5. Okay. You got that, Paula? Okay. So basically, we should have everybody covered on that. So the manufactured home, we're going to have to wait on that one since we're waiting for his input.
Yeah.
So tonight we can go ahead and do the Planning and Zoning Commission, correct? You got everybody?
Yeah.
So can I get a motion?
Well, a question.
Yeah.
Is showing Waylon Simmons. Is he still?
Yeah,
No.
so Waylon Simmons would be for District 2, so he would be coming off.
He's coming off, and he's coming off.
Okay.
This one here.
It's just showing what it is right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's why I wanted to make sure we went
Waylon's
this way.
off and I'm on.
Because those don't match.
Yes,
It's
sir.
easier to go this way.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Can I make a motion for us to go ahead and approve what was communicated?
Yeah, Mayor, I make a motion that we approve new members for the zoning commission as mentioned in the meeting.
Austin, do we need to mention each one individually, or we're good based on what we already talked about?
As long as y'all have, some of these, you're changing place. You're
Well,
assigning a place for each council person appoints one
Correct.
person. So
Yes.
to the extent that previously there had been a place with more than one appointment, now they would be disqualified.
Yes.
One of those.
Yes. Yes.
As long as y'all specify.
Okay. Can you read the name? Well, I have a motion
I'll
and
second that, man.
you have the second? Okay. Can we read the names one more time just to make sure? Let's just go down 1, District 1, 2, 3. Can you just go down the names just to make sure that we're all on the same sheet of music?
So we'll have Alex Zawicki for District 1,
Mm-hmm.
Tammy McDonald for District 2. We'll have Becky Rector for District 3. We'll have Patrick Garcia for District 4, and Kenneth Zamzow for District 5.
Perfect. And this, yes, and this will definitely get us back to where we have a representative and we don't have one district or people that live in one district covering multiple ones. Now we got individual in different parts of the city. Okay, so this is good. All right, any further discussion on that? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, all yeas. And I'm going to put on here, this is for the planning and zoning. And we'll just have to put it on for next meeting to go ahead and take care of the
Yes.
manufactured home.
Yes, sir.
And Paula, I can give you Ms. Rector's number later on.
And there's other committees that are going to be just a little stomp on there. Don't forget to take care of Michael.
If you would, I have a couple announcements for the annual citizenship award.
We'll do it during the information portion of it.
Oh, because we're talking, I still need to get representatives from different district.
How many districts do you?
If I can.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to also realign based on the information we received. So Eva De Leon was currently representing District 4. She will go to District 1 and represent Ana Carrillo. The District 2 is open. District 3 is going to be Tiffany Perez, and that's going to be for David Emery's.
Okay.
And then for my appointment for District 4 will be Diana Hernandez Casillas, and she's on 180 McCoy Lane, Lido, Texas. In District 5, we do not have a representative.
Okay, so we have District 5
District 2,
and District 2. Those are the two. Okay.
She didn't get that name at all.
well, I gave it to her earlier.
Really?
4 is going to be that Diana Casillas. And then Eva's moving to District 1. 5 is open and 2 is open. And then Tiffany Pettis is 3.
Okay. So can I go ahead and get a motion on that?
Yeah, I'll make the motion to appoint the person mentioned by Michael.
Okay, got a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second my motion.
Got a second. Okay, with that in mind, let's just go ahead and cover the names one more time to make sure that we have for those districts.
So District 1 will be Eva De Leon. District 2 is open. District 3 will be Tiffany Perez. District 4 will be Diana Casillas. And District 5 is open.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? None at all? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So next meeting, we'll go ahead and take care of the Manufactured Commission. And we'll go ahead and Manufactured Home Commission, and then we'll take care of the two that for the citizenship. Okay. All right. With that in mind, it is 7:37 right now. Want to go ahead and jump into department reports? We're doing really good. And maybe we can take care of those and then take a break right after that. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one, Animal Care and Control Department report. Hola.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm here to do the July report for Animal Care and Control. Let's see what we have first. Calls for service, we have 25 traps set 2, animals euthanized 0, animals surrender 0, animals returned to owner 1, animal intake 22. I know that's scary. Adoptions 13, animal count 28 dogs and 12 cats as of July 31st. We did have 2 dogs transferred to the Humane Society today. 1 foster, 1 went to foster today, and 2 are leaving on this Thursday, to New Jersey.
Oh, going to New Jersey.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
this little guy here, Eddie, was transferred to Blue's Clues, Texas
Oh, cool.
Rescue. So he went over there. So there are the 13 adoptions, some cats and dogs, mostly dogs. and
Those
cats.
22 that you showed that were intake or came in, were those found in a certain, or is there like a concentrated area or all over the place or?
They're pretty random from the gas station over by the apartments across from Patriot Automotive. Those were the 3 puppies, the
Okay.
3 huskies, and then from Saddle Ridge, Lakeshore.
So in the subdivisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are the adoptions. Bella's Pantry, there were 69 pet owners received food with 6 new owners.
Now get the first person. They keep getting earlier. The first person
Yeah, I think
was
it was
there.
1 o'clock or
It
12
said
o'clock.
12. If you go back, it was 12. At 12:35,
12:35.
somebody got in line. At midnight,
They
they
spent
get
the
in
night.
line to get the free food.
That's crazy. Okay, so our events for July 12th was Dragonfly Veterinary Clinic. July 20th, Dog Days of Summer Adoption Event. It was a volunteer/adoption event. July 26th, Bella's Pantry. There were 69 clients. And there are some pictures here that we want to share of that day with our volunteers, dogs having fun. It was a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
I got feedback from folks that went out there.
Upcoming events, August 9th, Dragonfly Veterinary Clinic that already passed. Bella's Pantry, August 30th, 2025. And that was it.
Yep. And I heard it went very well too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
That
really,
was-
really
That was good.
Thank you. been
Council,
busy.
any questions?
Busy but good.
Okay.
Any questions?
Okay. Make sure you just work. I know Zach is working on the budget, so make sure anything you have,
Okay.
make sure that we're taking into consideration. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Cassandra.
All right, computer usage was 115 for the adults and 125 for the kids. And then we had 2,041 checkouts for July. It was more than last year. We were very busy with the kids this summer, so it was really good. And we had 9 users in the e-reader stats and 51 loans. We're still working. We need to buy more books because the other app had more of a selection, but it was not a user-friendly app. This is a user-friendly app, but doesn't have enough selection, so we're working on that. And then we had 12 new accounts and April 32 renewals, and April made 26 library cards. Story time in our craft with us. We had an end of the summer reading program party on the 28th. We had over 30 kids registered. It's a little low from last year, but we actually had a really good participation this year. Normally I'm telling them, you need to read. And this year I kind of like backed off from it. And every week they would come in and show me, look, I've read this, I've read that. So it was really good. I missed 1 week because I got sick, but it was good. They had a good time. And then we had mini golf on the 6th, and it was a little low, I think, because normally we do it in June or July, but he picked up more libraries, so it kind of pushed us into August. And so we're like, okay, we take what we get, but it turned out really well. And I didn't have any trainings and meetings for that month. We're still working on these labels and offering the curbside. It's not as much anymore. I think we have the ladies that they're starting to come back in, so we may just not offer it anymore. We do have one lady that her daughter is sick, so she does use that. And that's the calendar. Those are the displays. So that one is, I think, camping or great outdoors, and the bottom one was ice cream month. And then on the right, we just did a summer display. And then, of course, Shark Week. So the girls helped me. I was out for training, so they came in and worked on that and decorated it. So we had every shark book that we had on display, and most of them went out. That's about it. You have any questions?
Where's Baby Shark?
Oh, I think there was one baby shark.
There was
book,
one
but
in
there was
there.
one, but it was like a little board book.
That's funny. That was a big, what was it, a few years ago, right? It became
Yeah,
very
it's been a
popular.
while. It's really
Yeah.
popular.
It was something with the kids. All right, council, any questions?
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, keep it up. Good events and stuff.
Yes,
Did
so-
you already get on the list for the mini golf for next
He
year?
hasn't put it out yet because I think I don't know if he's going to have surgery on
Okay.
his knee, so he's still. He usually tells us like maybe around January is when he starts putting it out.
Okay. Let's see if we can
Yes.
get them so we can get them. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree with you.
It's just-
As you get to that point, we even with other events we had
Yeah.
here, is everybody's trying to do the last minute summer, right
Yeah.
before school starts. So a lot of people are taking care of that. So with
Pleasanton is supposed to have it this week, and it's going to hurt them because the kids are all back in school again. So she didn't know what they're going to do.
that, see how it
So,
turns out.
yes.
Anything, council?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. All right, Pete, Public Works, here we go. Ah,
2025. We had 94 work orders, 61 water. We had 2 meters installed, no main breaks, good thing. Replaced meters, we had 9 of them that went bad, those new radio reads. They weren't registering right, so we had to replace them.
They're under warranty, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had replaced service lines, we had 0. Angle stops, we replaced 2 of them. Meter washer, 0. Service line leaks, we had 1. Customer leaks, we had 3. We had 30 customer request rereads during meter reading. And then 14 were requested by the city. No sewer stoppages, no customers, no, all good. We had 9 finals, 7 news. We had 12 on the cutoff list, and we connected them back on. And miscellaneous work orders, we had 6. And there's the total of the work orders, the water usage.
There we go. Oh, we got pictures.
And this was a mysterious water leak we had. We had to chase it like 20 feet till we found it.
Where was it at?
Right here on 132 by that, for the city limit sign.
By Roosters.
Yeah, by Roosters. The little church that's there.
Yeah.
Right
So the
there.
leak was there?
But actually it was to the customer goes across the street.
The Roosters brother.
Right next to it or across the street?
Across the street. Well, down more this way, towards the, next to the Family Creations.
Yeah.
You got that church right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there.
Interesting. Okay.
And those are the concrete pillars for the new water tower at the new subdivision. And that's what we found over there at that water leak. That was what was leaking.
Right there.
Yeah. That water just ate it all up.
That little constant pressure, I tell you.
Yeah.
It just takes it out little by little.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's all I got. It was a quiet month.
Council, anything?
The meters that we have for the radio reads, those reads are instigated by us. They don't transmit, right? We actually go and read.
Yeah. So
We initiate the read.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the radio reads, we have the Liza Merlin loads them up in the box, and then Pete or Austin will drive around, and it pings what we're going through, and then if there's any issues, they're not reading or something like that, then obviously go out, or go out and look at why they're not reading.
Do some of these meters have the intelligence to hold data?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we utilize that, or is that an add-on? Or we just haven't looked into that?
I don't know everything.
There's the Harmony software. When I was here, we went to those. We all had logins. You could go in and check the history to see when the leak occurred. And it'll tell you, hey, it was reading normal here, and then on this date, the read went way up.
So would that be standard on the new meters?
That's standard all now.
And it's currently activated? So it's currently active? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Thank you.
Now, eventually,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of money. Eventually, we can put the antennas and then we'll be able to see stuff, be able to control it. I think the resident will get notified. There'll be something, they'll go to the resident telling them, hey, there's a leak at your house, because of how quickly it's actually
It'll
going.
be 100% automated. You can read all meters by the button here at City Hall. You can turn meters on, off, everything.
That's great. That's great.
We'll keep Pete busy on other stuff. All right. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it. All right, Richie, here we go before we go on break. Perfect.
Kind of normal month there, 245, public roadway collisions 5, private property collisions 6. Those are all small, everything's small. You see building checks are up because we've added those other officers. They're out kind of working on their own. They're mostly in a swing shift. So more officers on at night, creating more building checks at night. That's why you're going to see an increase there. Class C citation data 290 citations issued. What's the main motor vehicle registration? Still get a lot of them, driver's license related. And well, speeding would be the top one there. And a pie chart there to kind of give you a little better colorful idea of how that plays out. Adult arrest. Let me see if anything particular sticks out. We get a lot of warrants. We get a lot of DWIs, a lot of dope. Normally it comes down to drugs, DWIs, and domestic violence are pretty much about 90-something% of everything we handle on there, in general. Thefts did really well last month. We had, on the last day of the month, we had a shoplifter at HEB. We did get all the meat back. We did have one burglary of a vehicle. That was a jugging incident that happened at Hacienda Hala Sense, where they followed a person from the bank in San Antonio.
They followed them all the way down here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, jugging's on the rise in the San Antonio area. It's very popular in Houston. In fact, the crews from Houston were coming to San Antonio to do jugging, and I think now some local San Antonio people have picked up on it.
What's jugging?
Jugging is when they'll it can utilize numerous. One is they have an inside person on the bank, a teller that's got associated with some crooks, and they'll say, "Hey, a guy in a blue coat just withdrew $10,000 in cash," and then these guys follow him, or they'll simply sit on the bank. I talked to some guys with SAPD intelligence have been watching these guys. They have them set. They found them in their vehicles with everything where they're actually using the restroom in their vehicle and everything because they're surveilling and waiting for the exact time to follow these people. Now, what we've seen, we've had about 4 of them here in town. We have made 1 arrest in the last several years. What we've seen is that people will withdraw money. 700 is a relatively small amount. We've seen people withdraw $10,000 and come to eat, stop here in town. None of them lived here in town. They just were headed south. So these people are following, no matter where they live. They're just going to follow them until they stop. And 3 of the 4 people all left that money in their vehicle instead of carrying it in either HEB or Whataburger with them, which is really odd to me. I mean, it wasn't like $1 million. It's money they could have folded over and put in their pocket, you know? And that's how that plays out. We work with Fusion Center. We provide information to them, and we try to track these people down. We do have 1 arrest, and that guy was out of Houston, and that case is still in the court system. You know.
So these include transactions inside the bank?
Yes, that's what we're all these
When I first heard
transactions.
about it, I thought it was just ATM.
No, these are all actually transactions that are occurring in the bank. And again, I'll say that because there are inside people in the banks. You know, I mean, hey, look, we're going to give you a finder fee, basically. Now, of course, the banks they've got their own security people in place, and they're trying to work on this stuff too. But the last SAPD involvement I had were unrelated to anyone in the bank. All of ours have been Southside banks, 3 different branches, all on the south side, ranging from 35 around Palo Alto Road all the way to a couple on Military Drive. So they're kind of operating that particular area. Now, how far will they follow? And one guy was going to way out in the country towards Eagle Pass. So I don't know how far they would have followed the guy and eventually turned around. I don't know. But anyway, that's what that is. So we did have 1 incident there. It's very obvious because the gentleman has a large pickup. It's jacked up this tall. There's a bunch of other, and they broke out the window, I think. I can't remember if they broke out the window. They made entry and went straight to the console, opened it up. I mean, or wherever, or the money was right there, and that's all. They didn't look for anything else. They didn't, solely for that $700. So that probably wasn't a big take for them, but it was probably. We had a few minor little phone scam there and a stolen credit card there. Criminal mischief. We had 4 tires slashed in a vehicle on Creek Street. I don't have to tell you, those tires slashed normally, it's normally something going on. It's not very seldom is that random. There's normally some weird stuff going on with several people. Activities, we had a 3-day supervision course, but the first day was in June. The last 2 guys there, again, we sent 3 of our officers to that in San Antonio. We had siren test. I had my week-long school in San Antonio, which seems like it's been longer than that, but it was. We had the fireworks at the park. We'll comment, we have so many people there. I don't know how many. We have literally no negative things happen there. And the sad part is I think we kind of just take that for granted. But I mean, we've really been blessed with that event. And most of our events is we don't have fights. We don't have burglaries. We don't have thefts. We don't have disturbance. I mean, it's really, really, we've got a lot of seasoned people that are doing this from all the levels, from public works to city to everybody. So it shows when we have so many people. I had 5 people take a CPR first aid class in Hondo, a couple guys in a Police Chiefs Association Administrative Operations course in Hondo. That's a child protection service meeting that they had in that. And we had 9 homeschool students and 4 adults. We did a tour at the PD. Fire marshal activity, a lot more going on there. We had Camino Real with their annual little small sewing shop on Main Street. Matt went to a regional fire commission meeting that was happened to be right up the road. It's First Responder Academy. Plans review, a lot of stuff with the primary, fire inspection nursing home. Plans review for the Lala ISD transportation facility, underground fire line for the elementary. Met with the ISD regarding some wall coverings, and we did have 1 structure fire in South Bend Street ruled accidental in nature. And still getting hit and miss stuff on this new data center south of town that we're kind of working in kind of on the parallel with Medina County on. We're getting stuff on it occasionally. Criminal cases filed 8 8 people with 11 charges with the Ascos County Attorney's Office, 5 and 5 with the District Attorney's Office, and none in Medina County. Human Resources, oh, I got to go to the next page to get there. We had 0 hours overtime, which is always nice. 93 hours vacation taken, 58 hours of sick, 77 hours of personal leave. And Danny did 10 background open records, those kind of things. Oh, assist agency, I forgot we had this one on there. We had, before I forget, we had no mental health emergency detention transports. That's the first time we haven't had any of those.
Good.
In a long time, so that was nice. We assisted Bear County with loose cow on 35. We had assisted Ascos County with disturbance 35 in Neglin. Assist Ascos County with disturbance on Ala Blanca. Searching for a vehicle on FM 3075 at Neglin. Assist Medina County with a fatality accident at the rest area. Assist DPS with a stop on Neglin. I was out there as they basically chased a guy on a motorcycle and he waited till he got home to stop. Assist Ascos County Sheriff's Office with a search for a vehicle 2790 Southwind. And assist searching for fire on 35 and 3075 at Hoffman. And again, no mental health things. And that's where we are. Been, so far so good. Everything's pretty well. Just get school back going. Give it about a week for traffic to settle up there, and then let the dust settle, and then look at, options or ways we can possibly help. But it's too soon right now. You can't do anything right now. It's going to
Get
take.
back into the escort business.
Oh, do you mind, sir? Yeah, come on now. Ruin it. We'll be having a lot of escorts, I'm sure, this year. If they do like they've been doing, so we've been doing. But yes, that's it.
Council, anything else? Appreciate you and Matt. Everything you guys are doing has been good. I'll mention you guys a little bit later on. Okay, with that in mind, it is 7:58. So let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back. All right.
Oh, I know. Mine was in March. I got my cake.
Continue on, and let's go ahead and show Paola coming back from break. It is 8:12 and 8:12 p.m. And let's go ahead and go into executive session. The City Council, City of Lauderdale may convene in executive session in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 551.071, consultation with attorneys, Section 551.072, real property, and Section 551.074, personnel matters, to discuss and consider the following items. A, possible purchase of properties within the City of Lytle. B, employment evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of public official or employee finance director. C, employment evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of public official or employee, city administrator. So, Paula, if you can go ahead and show us going into executive session. It is 8:13 p.m. Council, if you can please join us in the back. Austin, if you can join us too, and Zach.
Yeah, I got it. Don't be talking bad about it.
53 right now. No action taken. And let's go ahead and move on to item number 10, discussion and possible action regarding matters discussed in executive session.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion. I move that the council ratifies the actions taken by the city administrator to close on the purchase of a property at 19133 North Somerset Street in Lidle, Texas, for the amount of $150,000.
Okay, got a motion on the
I'll
floor?
second that, Mayor.
Yes, okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you so much, appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and move on, and we're gonna go ahead and go into the informational items, so we'll start right over here.
Just a reminder that the annual citizenship award is going to come up. The nomination periods will be in October. We currently have availability for 2 people to be on the committee. So if anybody out there is interested, please contact the city and let us know that you would like to be on the committee. And we'll take it in consideration. But in October will be the nomination period.
Okay, so in September, get us a flyer so I can send it out.
Yes, we're going to have all that, and we plan on having that out with the utility billing also.
Awesome, that'd be great.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Paula, anything?
I do have just one thing. We are having a bingo, and that's gonna be for our seniors on August the 21st,
Mm-hmm.
next Thursday at 12 o'clock at the annex.
Perfect, thank you.
I did send you the flyer.
Yes. Is it? Yeah, this top. Okay. I did get it. I know. We send it out, but there's something else. I had a question about that.
Just a reminder, I think Monday, and Councilman Rodriguez, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Monday is the budget meeting, the next budget meeting. We'll hopefully finalize everything in that. And then, the other thing, just wanted to let y'all know, that you'll start to see some activity starting on the week of the 25th out of the park, where they'll be delivering our lights for the fields. And start working on that. So just wanted to give a heads up.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be really good. Nothing? Austin, anything? You going, Anna?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Richard? Fundraiser? Went good?
We had our festival.
Más o menos.
Music was good.
Yeah. I think you had 2 things against you, the heat and AEP cutting their power, huh?
Yeah, and then the plate sale went very well.
Yeah, that tell you what, that Yardbird, that was some good chicken.
I think they sold them all.
Yeah, that was some good chicken. Did a real good
Other than
job.
that,
Okay, well, good.
yeah.
2 items, Mayor. This coming Saturday at the Lemming School, the old Lemming School in the village of Lemming, north of Pleasanton, the Atascosa County Historical Commission will have its annual Battle of Medina Symposium. It starts at 9 in the morning. It runs to about 4. There are festivities in the morning. Different groups come in and talk about their ancestors and things like that. There's a brisket lunch that's available for purchase. There'll also be tacos in the morning available for purchase. And then after lunch, there'll be various presenters talking about different subjects concerning the Battle of Medina. I'll toot my own horn a bit here. I'm one of the keynote speakers this time, and I will be speaking at 1 o'clock on Saturday. And I'll be talking about the metal detecting that we're doing in our search for the Battle of Medina, what we found so far, how we do it, what we're looking for, what we expect to find if and when we find the Battle of Medina, that would prove beyond a doubt that we're at the right place. So that'll be at starting at 9, and then I'll speak at 1, and it should wrap up right around 4 o'clock.
What day is it?
this Saturday, this coming Saturday. It's the 212th anniversary of the infamous Battle of Medina. The other item, I got I don't know if you're going to mention this or not, Mayor, the State of the County address. Did you get that?
Go ahead.
On October the 16th, at the Atascosa County Justice Center, the new Justice Center down in Jordanton, there will be a State of the County presentation. Judge Weldon Cood has been doing this. This will be, I think, the third year in a row
That's
that
correct.
he's done it. And it gets better every year. They have a very good video and slide presentation that goes along with that. And then he gives his update on how things are going in the county. So that's October 16th at 5:30 p.m. in the Atascosa County Justice Center. It's open to the public, and it's really, really interesting. If you can make it, I would encourage you to go down and be a part of that.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate that. And we'll keep sending the reminders too as we get closer.
Yes.
Be able to do that. All right. Any last minute? Anything else? No? Okay. A few things I want to go ahead. First of all, I want to say thanks to Paola, Brianna, Ashley, and Jason for a great haircut event. I think that worked out really good. 89, if I'm not mistaken, kids were taken care of. So that was awesome. So that worked out really good. So I think pretty much proved, and it's worked out really good. And that was both little boys and little girls too. So we'll keep going as long as they want to keep doing that. I think it worked out really good on that. I want to say thanks to Zach and Yvonne. They've been working really hard once again on that budget. It's getting us where we need to be. I think we're in a lot better position than we've ever been. So this is going to be really good. So thank you for doing that. I want to say thanks to Public Works for taking care of our waste management and wells and everything else. They've been pretty hard working on a few things with maintenance and things that need to be taken care of. Hopefully we'll be able to take that next step with the different services that we have. But they've been working really, really hard. Really proud of them, and they've been taking care of that. And a special shout out for Adrian. He's been doing a great job too with helping us out with doing that too. I want to say thanks to PD for supporting all the ISD events and then all the stuff happening with HEB too. There's been quite a few things leading into back to school and preparation and stuff like that, and they've been there every single time and taking care of us. So we appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to VIA. We had a great visit with them here. Momentum is carrying forward. Help us out with the first thing with working with Alamo Regional Transit, be able to take care of our students as an alternate way to be able to get them to their colleges in San Antonio. So this is a great start in planting the seed so they, as the community and the MPO grows and we're part of that MPO, we'll be prepared for that growth that is coming our way. So it would be great. A little bit of sad news before I talk about some other stuff. Just got notified today for, our thoughts and prayers are with the Hernandez family. Richard Hernandez, who is a longtime barber at what used to be Littleton's and now Main Street Barbershop. He passed away. Vietnam era. Veteran. Just a great guy. He cut my hair for years. I mean, just a great, great guy. So they're going to be doing some services on Thursday. It's going to be closer to San Antonio. I'll send the information out. But he was part of our community, did a lot in this area. He was real quiet, but at the same time, he connected dots with people and stuff like that. So I'll send that out just so you'll know, and because he will be missed in this community. He was part of that core, along with Buzz. If you remember Buzz, you can stop by there at 6:30 in the morning, and Buzz would be cutting, and Richard be going at it too. They were always there taking care of business. Want to go ahead and provide a welcome and congrats to Restored Nutrition. It's a new nutrition place in the old nutrition right there next to the Exxon, little convenience store.
Diamond Shamrock.
Oh, Diamond Shamrock. Never mind. I'm sorry, Diamond Shamrock. Thank you for that. So it's right next to the Cricket, also, and the tax service. So please stop by. Good drinks. It was really good. Some of the stuff, and they have some stuff dietary restrictions too, so they'll work with you. Want to let you know also, it will be going out here pretty soon, but I've heard of some people already talking about it. But I tried to make it you guys here the first time. But the Goodwill is going to be the selection for HEB for the location over here. So we will have a Goodwill/career center to help people out with resumes and jobs and stuff like that, along with a Goodwill store. So that's going to be going into what used to be the old Bells. And that's between HEB and wherever they find. But I know we got some other areas that we're looking at and some other opportunities. Please let folks know if they bring it up. Oh, we wish we would have had this. We wish that. Well, the property is owned by HEB, and they lease the property. They don't sell it. So they decide, based on what goes in and how they do that.
Be a lot of traffic in that little alleyway back.
So watch out.
Isn't that so far away?
We'll get a little bit more that goes along with that. I do want to pass on some sad news too, and this is just right now at this level. I'm waiting for the official, going to go out on Wednesday, but we can talk about it. So the owners of the Chick-fil-A truck have worked with Chick-fil-A, and apparently the Chick-fil-A truck is going to go away. So the truck is going to stop probably at the end of September as part of the outreach, and they're going to go ahead and concentrate more on the store management. We're going to continue to fight hard for Chick-fil-A for us to go ahead and have here. I can tell you that there are some other locations that have gotten it, but there's influences. Let me just put it that way. I'll just leave it there. I'll stay neutral on there. Different influences on there. All I can say is we have higher sales and we have higher traffic counts. Very obvious. I'll just leave it there. So we're going to continue to fight and be able to take care of that. On medical news, for your awareness, we have in our area, talking to some of our medical and the local, our health authority folks, we are having a spike with COVID. We're having a spike with strep throat in the area. So please be cognitive about that. The normal, washing your hands, doing the stuff that we need to do, just for anything and everything that goes along with that. It will spike even more because now we have kids together. So in the next few weeks, we're just doing the basic stuff. Nothing to be worried about, but just take care of the basic stuff. The stuff that Anna always teaches us, when we go visit her clinic over there. Just do the basic stuff, be able to protect yourself and your loved ones that goes along with that to minimize. Lido ISD is in full speed ahead. Everything is on. I mean, it is on, from football, band, volleyball, cheer, cross country, dance team. I mean, dance team last year, I think 6 girls, if I'm not mistaken, 6, 8 girls. I saw a picture of this year, 17. Yeah. So last year they went and competed, and they were recognized at a pretty high level. I think it was some sort of statewide competition or something. And they got recognized. So now everybody wants to join. So yeah, so a lot of, just like band too, band getting up to that level.
And the flags.
So
several years ago, the flag team with the band had 2 or 3 people. They had 16 or 17 last year. They have 20 this year.
Oh my goodness! There you go.
And 80 some, I think, in the band.
Yeah.
So look out.
Yeah. So.
And they have a really hot marching program this year.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
I'll say about it right now.
It's gonna be pretty neat. It's gonna be pretty neat. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Reminder with some of the dates, and just to put a placeholder, middle of September we got Project Cinco ribbon cutting. So it's right around the corner. Invites will be going out and everything, but just mark it in the middle of September. That's going to happen. Medina County is having the first responder meal for the 20th of September. So all of our first responders in this area are invited, whether it be, Atascosa, first responder, it doesn't matter. Everybody's invited to this. It's a great opportunity, entertainment and meals, food for them and their families for free. And don't forget that we're part of that in a sense of being able to support them, and it was really good from last year. Also, St. Andrews is having their church festival on the 27th and the 28th of September. So folks are out there already doing that. And yes, Mr. Cortez is trying to get tickets. Yeah, I know. He's so funny. So I'll be stopping by to visit him. But ticket sales are going and everything. And he wants to get that #1 sales with that. But that's what it's on. It is the 27th and the 28th. It's actually 2 days.
Yeah.
Right? They're doing it for 2 days this time. So it should be pretty good. I'll be able to do that. Okay. Anything that you guys can think of? Anything else? I do want to go ahead. Yeah, we'll talk online, but there's still a few. Just birthdays. We got Luis over at PD on the 13th of August. And if you happen to be talking to Matt Martinez, we actually have the 18th of August. But we also have Paola on the 16th, right around the corner, turning 25 for her insurance break on there. Let's see, we got the fans working really good. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Viola. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! We got another zebra cake for you too. All the best. I hope you have a great one. Don't forget on the 18th we'll be back. We can take care of it. Okay, if we do not have anything else, it is 9:11.
Mayor, can I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting tonight?
I got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
A second.
Got a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Yes. Thank you so much.